Hey guys, welcome to DevOps In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about Kubernetes. Kubernetes is developed by Google and it is an open source platform that automates container operations. It eliminates many of the manual processes involved in deploying and scaling containerized applications. After going through this tutorial, I promise you that the concept and understanding of the Kubernetes will be absolutely clear to you.
But before that, let me ask you a few things. Are you dreaming of a career with higher pay and more responsibilities? Or are you ready to take your skills to the next level this year? Then start investing in DevOps School certification level courses which will help you to emerge skills for a wide range of entry-level roles and as well as higher potential future positions. But with thousands of courses online and in classroom worldwide, finding the right one for your career goals can be difficult. You can consider our courses like Agile Developer, Agile QA, DevOps Certified Professionals, Site Reliability Engineering, DevSecOps, and Masters in DevOps Engineering, where you will have access to well-structured, easy-to-follow course content that has been developed and will be delivered by industry professionals. You can join on our training programs globally through online platforms, and if you are looking for classroom workshops, then we have regular sessions available in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi NCR, Mumbai, and in Pune. Simply compare our many courses, find the one that suits your style and schedule best, and start today.
So in the workstation also, you need to install all this stuff. Till step number 8, you have to do that in the workstation also. So if you look at this here I said, in order to set up a worker, you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 also. Except init. Init you should not do that. Look at this here. Init you should do in the master only master. So in the worker, what you going to do? You're going to run the join. Okay, join the one which you got it already. The one which I got yesterday after setting up. This is the one. Okay. So can I do this worker setup? So let me get IP address. This is my worker. And this is what IP address of worker. I'll just close all this. Just so much of secret. Okay, so now if you see here, this is my worker. Okay, I'm going to log into the putty again. So new console. Call out this. Yes. Now changing the setup colors. CentOS. Okay, I'll become a root. I'll just follow the steps which I have it here. So go ahead. And one step you will do that for yourself. Do again. Here you will have a worker. Okay, worker. Your worker, you can have it worker Rajesh or something like that. You can have it like this. Stop firewall disable. This one. So this is step number 4. It's already done my AWS. I'll start the Docker. Install the Docker. So now just a second. Yeah. So here So I'm installing the Docker now. And then you know all the steps. This is the worker machine.
Rajesh, in our case, we already installed Docker, right? In our worker nodes.
Yes, in your case, you have already installed the Docker. Now, enable, start the Docker, and then copy paste this much at the repository of Kubernetes, set in force 0. Done. Now install all these tools. Okay, so done. Now guys, by mistake also I will not run this command. Okay, you should run in it a join. So from where you get the join, guys, here it is. So I'll copy very carefully and okay, and you see here, you should get this message. See here, you should get this message. So it's very important. Okay, this node has been set up, cluster done. So this important message, you should get it. So that means you have set up the worker also. Now the question is last one, which I am going to set it up, is Workstation. So guys, understand that Workstation has what? kubectl. So here Workstation has kubectl, and kubectl has a file which is so now kubectl will for the API server. Now need API server address. Need API server address and access auth, which is a certificate. So from where it will get, so it will read a file from that user home. Think about it. It user home /.kube. Okay. So user home and kube, and there's one file which is called config. Yeah. So see, Workstation has a kubectl. kubectl need to know where is your API server and auth authorization. So kubectl by default look for this file where in user home .kube directory. Now this is the file which has certain contents. So now the question is, what is the content? What is the content of this? What is the content of this file? So we need to understand here, a person Workstation multiple cluster. Think about it. You may not have a cluster, you may have a QA cluster, you may have a production cluster, you may have a multiple clusters actually. So you may work for the multiple cluster all together. So when you work for the multiple cluster all together, so your Workstation should be, kubectl should be having ability to configure the multiple cluster and multiple authentication. So how can we do that to the config file? One config file. How can we do that? So this is one that you have to understand the sections.
Rajesh, I'm just sorry to interrupt. So we are still started hearing that electronic interface, the noise which we are seeing.
Same.
Just plug in, plug out or something like that. I do that. Is it looking?
Is it okay for you?
Yeah, now it is good. Yeah. Right.
Okay. So what is the content of the config file? So guys, content of the config file has a certain sections. Which are the sections? We have one section which is called YAML file.
As if you are getting it again.
Still you are getting.
Oh.
It's intermediate.
Okay, I have no idea how to fix this. Just a second. Let me readjust my mic or headphone. So probably it will fix. I'm just doing this. Just give me 2 seconds. Is it good now? Is it good now?
Yeah.
Yes, Rajesh.
Okay. So I was talking about what is the content of the config file. That is what I was talking about. So guys, content of the config file is something should be in this way. First thing, sections. We have sections. Which sections? So we have a clusters. Understand that S. I'm adding it. So here in the cluster sections, this is YAML file. Okay, this config file is YAML file. Okay, YAML file. So here you have a cluster section, and then you have a user section. Users, multiple users, and then we have a context section. Okay, so clusters, users, context, and stuff like that. So here we have a cluster 1, cluster 2, cluster 3, cluster 4. All these sections we have this one. Okay, so now this cluster 1, when I say it will be HTTP, something like IP address and port 644, something like that, the VPI address of that one. Okay, so like this you'll be having. Now users, we have sections user 1 and here user 2 and user 3. This auth I'll talk about a little bit later, but each user means who can access the cluster. So for user, what will you have? You have one private key, and plus you have private key of the user, okay? And then you have a certificate, CRT certificate. These are the two things you will be having for the user. So see here, you declare all the clusters here if you want to work for the multiple clusters like a dev QA, this, that, and all. And then you declare all the users here. And then we have a context. The context matching the clusters and user. So here, context 1 is equal to what? Cluster 1. And you match that, okay, let's say for this is the user 2. Okay. So this way you context match this. So that way you decide which context, which cluster, which user, or whatever it is. So that way. Now you specify all these sections in the YAML. Typically, if you are working for the one cluster, you will have only one cluster, one user, one context. But if you are working on multiple clusters, you may have a multiple. All these things you can do through command line also. Okay. Now and manually also, you can modify this file and do that manually also, command line also. Now the question is, how do I which cluster is which context is default? So there's one context you can make it the default, which is called current context. These are the sections, current context, and here you can have context 1 or context 2 or whatever it is. So this is the skeleton of it. So guys, again, Workstation needs kubectl needs config file have ability to manage the multiple cluster. whereas we are working for one cluster. With that in context, can you please read this message? See here, what you are doing. Being a regular user, because any machines can become any machine. Remember, any machines can become a workstation. Wherever you have a kubelet and config file, it can become a workstation. So here for this exercise, I'm making the master machine as a workstation. Understand the conceptually. You can keep it in separate machine also. You can keep it in the one machine also. It's up to you. So you look at this here, what they are doing, they're creating the user home.cube, then copying this super admin certificate config file to this location, and they're giving the permission. That's all. So this you have to do that in the master itself. So in short, master will become workstation also. Again, I'm repeating. In short, master will also become a workstation in simple way. Okay, why? How come it become? Only two things you needed: config, kubectl. That's all to become workstation. You can make any machines workstation, but I'm making a master. There's a reason for it. It'll be easier for demo and lab. So that is the reason. Okay. So now I'm going to do this commands in the my master. Okay. So this is my master IP address. Let me copy. I'll just write it down because I'll forget. Worker.
Rajesh, that means the config file is coming from kubeadm or kubectl?
Config file is created. See here, this. Look at this. First you read it and then I'll tell you. First you understand this command.
Yeah, we are copying from Kubernetes to our home folder.
Yeah. So what has happened? Whenever you set up a cluster, okay, understand this. Whenever you set up a cluster, one first user which is having super admin is been created by init command itself, and they gave you saying that okay, just if you want to connect to this machine, use that admin.conf to the config and then start using it. Simple. So that has a super access. Now based on that, you can add a more user also, and you can give the limited access. So it's up to you. But right now we are learning, so we are working with the super access. Make sense?
Okay. So basically this is coming from the init command, right?
Yes, init command in the master.
After
Yes,
doing
init command in the master.
Okay, okay. So in that case, in a real world, right? How do we get this file from master? Like we'll just copy it to our wherever we are routing it, or for our local or some other machine.
SCP. We have a CP internal to the machine. SCP to the external machine. Simple.
Okay.
FTP, SCP, download, upload, whatever you want to do, copy paste, whatever you want to do. How do you transfer one file from other machine from one machine? Simple. Okay guys, so I'm doing right now in the master. So master I'm logging into, so this is my master, okay? So duplicate the session. Oh no, not duplicate, new session.
If you liked our Kubernetes session so far, please enroll for our channel membership $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Okay, so master I'll make it black only. Is that visible to everyone? Is it okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is master. Black window is master and white window is worker. So guys, I am doing right now the same command which I have discussed. So guys, I'm setting up the workstation. But you know, I should do through regular user, CentOS. So see here, I set up the cluster using root, but right now regular user. So CentOS. Remember. So here, this is the location I am into. Cube. master copy, and finally give the permission chown. Done. That's done. So now what do we do in this case? So here now can I try and validate how to validate cluster? So simple. I don't know any commands, but you should know only one command, kubectl. Rest of the things will come to know. See, yes, so many commands are there. We will learn today all these commands. Just like a Docker, we had a many commands. Here also we have many commands. So here, how do I validate? So here we have API cluster info. Yeah, here it is. So kubectl cluster info. See guys, master is running at this, DNS is running at this. Wonderful. So cluster is running. Wonderful. Can I get the nodes? How many nodes we have? So get nodes. Simple. Get nodes. Okay. So get nodes, and you see here, this is the one is master node. One is master node, one is a worker node. Now both are not version and time and all. That means remember, rest of the commands you will do much in advance and create one ISO image, VM image or something, and then only join command which is you will have to run it during the bootstrap process of the node. So that way automatically it will join. You don't have to do anything. That's all. So join command, you have it already. By the way, let me tell you here, this guys, this command will work only for the 24 hours. Why? I mean, not this command will work for 24 hours. This token will work for 24 hours. So you have to generate a new token which has a validity of forever. So that also you can do that, but right now I'm not complicating. So that's a different thing. So that's all. So I got this see here, three things. Master I got it working, cluster I got, worker I got it, workstation I got it, everything I got it. Now it's not ready. It's not ready because of only one reason, and I'm directly jumping to the points. Networking is missing. For network driver, in a simple way I'll put it up. Let's say remember you used to set up the desktop in your college time, and then you used to install operating system, and then you used to connect the network. Then watch it getting connected automatically. No driver is needed. No, see, network device, being a network device, that's the one thing. Hello. Okay.
The past coming again.
Okay, I'll try to change my headphone. Just a second, guys. Give me 2.
What I see if it is working.
Okay, guys. So, is it okay now? Is it okay now? Can you confirm in the chat box, guys? Is it okay now? I use the different headphone.
Yeah, it's okay now.
Okay. Let's use this one only then. Okay, guys. So I was talking about something else. I was talking about, yes, so how to set up a worker and all. But
Yeah. Hello,
Yes, Rajesh, now we are able to hear you.
guys. Yes, tell me.
Hi, Rajesh. Yeah, we are able to hear you.
So, guys, can I start
We
now?
lost your audio, Rajesh, earlier.
Immediately after you change your light.
Hello. Okay. I don't know what is the problem happening because all the headphones are correct only. Not sure. Okay. So
Yes,
here
Rajesh.
I was
Yeah,
talking
now
about
it's fine.
setting up
You
the
can go ahead.
workstation. So you need a driver, guys. How do you get the driver? So guys, if you go to this page here, you have so many pod network policies. You call it policies or driver. It's up to you. But in Kubernetes we call it a policies actually. Okay, these are the software which define that how the networking should be done in the Kubernetes. These are the policies like ACI, Calico, Canal, and so many. Okay, so one of these policy you have to use it. Okay, one of the policy. So right now I'm using the VivNet policy, which is the overlay networking. Okay, so this is a very easy to install it. So I'm using. The question is how do you install it? So here, guys, if you see, I have given this command somewhere here. Go to the here, install Kubernetes pod networking, step number 12. Okay, so if you go here, this command will help you to install the networking. Okay, I just copy it, and remember this has to be done in the workstation. Okay, through the workstation, not this, not this, not this. This one. This is my workstation, black one. Enter. Now you see here, it has done what, this is the one YAML file. This is the one address of YAML file. It applied on the Kubernetes cluster through the kubectl. Why it applied? Because now it has authentication. Without setting up the workstation, if you set it up, it will not work. So now you see that you got a many resources created. Now if you do the get nodes, see, earlier it was not ready. Now pod network you have got it, and now it's become ready. So guys, in order to set up, that's the reason I said you have to have this stuff copied. If you miss it, you'll get problem. So here, in order to set up a cluster, you have to run all these commands. So here in this, let me copy paste for your easy things. And here, this one. Okay, so now what we have done, understand that. See here, using this, we set up a workstation in the master itself. This is the workstation, this command. Using this, we set up a network in the workstation. Now using this, we set up the worker. So these three commands is very important now. So ultimately what I have got it, I have set up a workstation, I have set up a master, I have set up a worker, everything is done, and my cluster is ready to use. Okay, everyone has got this? Any questions, any doubts now? Networking driver is needed.
Network is needed to communicate to the master from the workstation.
But actually
right,
driver
Rajesh?
is not there. For example, in a simple way I'll put it up. That's what networking. Can you mute yourself because the same voice I'm getting whatever I'm talking about. Okay, so yeah, so let's say you install the physical machines, okay, and then install the physical machines, install the operating system, and then you connect to the network. So network devices are there, but still you won't get internet. Why? Still networking will not work. Why? Because you have to install driver. So this is also kind of, VivNet is kind of policies or driver which empower the networking through the algorithm. So how the packet should be transferred from the one to another, that is empowered. So how do you install it? So that command, the last one which you can see it in a selected one, using that you can install the VivNet, which is a driver. So right now, if you want more drivers, other driver to be installed also, you can install it later point of time, the Calico, Flannel, this, that and all. But right now, we'll go with this driver. Okay for everyone?
Yeah. So
for work,
Rajesh, for the worker node, should we?
So for worker, you have set up the master already. For the worker, you use the machine which you used last day. For the Docker, for the worker, use that machine in which the Docker is already installed for you. Okay. Okay, guys. So now I am going to ask you to set up a complete cluster, which include master already you have set up, worker you need to set up, workstation you need to set up, and validate through some of the commands. All these commands you have it in this list. So I have completed all this stuff now. Okay. So now you have to do that. Okay. I'm updating these nodes from here. This is a day 3 nodes only I'm updating, and then day 4 I'll create in some time. So day 3 nodes only I'm updating to the last.
Thanks for watching. If you liked our Kubernetes session so far, please enroll for our channel membership $399 plan to get access of all the parts. Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devops.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.